What does it mean to live a good life? This question has preoccupied philosophers for centuries, and various schools of thought have provided their own answers. Among the many philosophical traditions, Epicureanism offers a compelling answer that revolves around the pursuit of pleasure as the highest good and the means to achieve happiness. But unlike the hedonistic excesses often associated with pleasure, Epicureanism emphasizes a life of moderation, wisdom, and thoughtful reflection. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey channel, a space where we explore deep, transformative philosophies that have guided humanity toward wisdom and fulfillment. Today we will delve into Epicureanism, a school of thought founded by the ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus, who believed that the key to a happy and fulfilling life is the pursuit of pleasure, but in a thoughtful and deliberate way. Let's embark on a journey to understand how Epicureanism teaches us to find contentment, tranquility, and joy in our everyday lives. In this essay we will explore the core tenets of Epicureanism, its understanding of pleasure, the role of wisdom and friendship in happiness, and how this philosophy can still offer valuable insights in our modern world. Epicureanism, founded by Epicurus, 341 to 270 BCE, is a school of philosophy that places pleasure as the ultimate goal of life. However, unlike the hedonistic view that seeks immediate or physical gratification, Epicureanism offers a more sophisticated and balanced approach. According to Epicurus, pleasure is not about indulgence in excess but rather the absence of pain and the cultivation of tranquility and contentment. Epicurus himself taught that the greatest good is the pursuit of Ataraxia, peace of mind, and Aponia, absence of physical pain. For Epicureans, happiness is not found in fleeting pleasures but in a life free from unnecessary desires, anxieties, and fears. The absence of pain, both physical and mental, is seen as the greatest source of pleasure. This tranquil state can be achieved through self-control, moderation, and the cultivation of wisdom. Epicureanism is rooted in the idea that pleasure is the natural goal of human life, but that pleasure must be understood in its proper form. To live a truly pleasurable life, one must learn to differentiate between natural and necessary pleasures, like food, shelter, and friendship, and vain and unnecessary desires, like wealth, power, or fame. By pursuing only those pleasures that lead to peace and happiness, and by avoiding those that lead to pain or suffering, one can attain true fulfillment. For Epicurus, wisdom is key to understanding and achieving pleasure. Wisdom, in the Epicurean sense, is not merely intellectual knowledge but practical knowledge that helps us live well. It is the ability to make wise choices that promote long-term well-being and avoid unnecessary suffering. Epicurus famously argued that many of our desires and fears are based on misconceptions or irrational beliefs. For example, fear of the gods or death is often a major source of anxiety for many people. Epicurus argued that gods do not interfere with human affairs, and that death is simply the end of consciousness. It is not something to fear. He emphasized that by understanding these truths, individuals could free themselves from irrational fears and experience greater peace of mind. Epicureans also believe in the importance of moderation and self-reflection. Rather than chasing after every fleeting pleasure, one should take a step back, reflect on what truly brings happiness and pursue it in a balanced way. This often involves self-discipline, not in the sense of denying oneself enjoyment but in learning to avoid the distractions and cravings that lead to stress or dissatisfaction. Through this approach, one cultivates a more stable and enduring form of happiness. In this regard, Epicureanism aligns somewhat with the principles of mindfulness and self-awareness. Just as modern mindfulness encourages awareness of the present moment and the discernment of what is truly important, Epicureanism urges us to focus on what brings lasting happiness, rather than indulging in short-lived pleasures. Central to Epicurean ethics is the distinction between different kinds of pleasures and pains. For Epicurus, not all pleasures are equal, and not all pains are to be avoided at all costs. Instead, pleasure and pain must be understood in terms of their impact on overall happiness and tranquility. Epicurus divided pleasures into two categories. Physical pleasures. These are the bodily pleasures of food, drink, sex, and rest. Mental pleasures. These are the intellectual and emotional pleasures such as friendship, peace of mind, and learning. The highest form of pleasure, according to Epicurus, is mental pleasure, especially the pleasure derived from friendship and intellectual engagement. He argued that once a person has met their basic physical needs, such as food and shelter, the pursuit of mental pleasures becomes more important. The joy of conversation, the pleasure of understanding the world through philosophy, and the tranquility of a peaceful mind are all considered superior pleasures. Epicurus also emphasized that pain is to be avoided where possible, but that some amount of pain can be tolerable if it ultimately leads to greater happiness. For example, while abstaining from excess food may cause temporary discomfort, the long-term benefits of maintaining good health far outweigh the short-term pain. In the same way, the mental pain that may arise from studying difficult subjects or engaging in challenging conversations can be outweighed by the greater pleasure of wisdom and understanding. One of the most important and distinctive aspects of Epicureanism is its emphasis on friendship as an essential source of happiness. Epicurus believed that friendships were one of the greatest pleasures in life, providing both emotional support and intellectual companionship. In his view, friendships help people overcome the fears and anxieties that often accompany life, and they provide a sense of belonging and connection that enhances one's well-being. For Epicurus, true friendships were grounded in mutual respect and shared values, rather than in selfish motivations or the pursuit of material gain. Unlike relationships based on social status or wealth, Epicurean friendships are formed with the understanding that they serve to enrich each person's life by offering emotional stability, encouragement, and joy. Epicurus believed that the companionship of close friends provides a sense of security and emotional peace, making it one of the most valuable pleasures in life. In fact, Epicurus went as far as to say that of all the things which wisdom provides to help one live one's entire life in happiness, the greatest by far is the possession of friendship. For him, the bonds of genuine friendship are an essential component of a happy, fulfilling life. In a world that often seems focused on material success, pleasure-seeking, and constant stimulation, the principles of Epicureanism offer a refreshing alternative. Rather than pursuing fleeting pleasures that ultimately leave us unfulfilled, Epicureanism encourages us to seek simple pleasures that lead to long-term happiness and tranquility. In modern life, we can apply Epicurean principles in a variety of ways. Practice mindfulness. Reflect on your desires and identify those that truly bring lasting joy, such as spending time with loved ones, engaging in creative pursuits, or learning something new. Cultivate meaningful relationships. Build friendships based on trust, mutual respect, and shared interests. Prioritize relationships that contribute to your emotional well-being and peace of mind. Embrace simplicity. Rather than chasing after wealth, fame, or material possessions, focus on meeting your basic needs and enjoying the simple pleasures of life: good food, good company, and intellectual engagement. Avoid unnecessary anxieties. Free yourself from irrational fears and worries, particularly about death or the unknown. By understanding that many of our fears are unfounded, we can live more peacefully. Epicureanism is not about indulgence or excess, but about living in a way that aligns with our true needs and desires, fostering contentment, peace, and well-being. In a world filled with distractions and the pursuit of temporary satisfaction, the philosophy of Epicurus can help us rediscover the quiet pleasures of a balanced, thoughtful life. Epicureanism offers a powerful and thoughtful approach to the art of living well. By pursuing a life of moderation, wisdom, and meaningful relationships, we can achieve true happiness and contentment. Epicurus teaches us that pleasure is not found in excess or indulgence but in the cultivation of peace, tranquility, and intellectual fulfillment. By embracing simplicity, avoiding unnecessary desires, and fostering authentic friendships, we can lead a life of lasting joy and inner peace. If you enjoyed this exploration of Epicureanism and its teachings on happiness and pleasure, subscribe to the Unfolding Journey channel for more insights into timeless philosophies and practices that can help you lead a more mindful and fulfilling life. Share your thoughts in the comments. What is the most meaningful pleasure in your life? Let's continue this journey together.